Hi, everybody. It is time for the Happy Hustle Show. Monday. How has everybody's Monday gone? I'm interested to hear how you are all getting on. Just want to make sure that the message has gone out. So, hi, replay people. There's nobody else on yet. So, hi, replay people. For those of you that have been following me for a while, you will know that you can sign up to get a notification just before I go live, because I'm not always going live at the same time. It kind of depends how my day is. Hi, Claire. But those notifications are just about to stop working, which is really annoying. Hello. Yeah, so they will work until I think it's the 15th of December. And then after that, I'm going to have to figure out a new way to notify you that I'm just about to go live. But one of the things you can do is when I'm live, Facebook normally sends you a little pop-up saying, do you want to be notified anytime Julie goes live? If you just did that, that would sort it. That would sort it all out. But in the meantime, I will try and work out how I can notify you just before I go live, or I might need to just be a bit more disciplined with the times. We'll see how it goes. Hi Ruby, hi Michelle. Oh, lovely to see you all. So how has everybody's Monday been? Let me know. Hi, loads of people. Hi Christine, hi Marina, hi Susan. My Monday has been super busy. I am super busy between now and pretty much Christmas Day. I'm kind of hoping that around the 21st it might calm down a bit, but my day job is just really manic at the moment. Oh, I forgot to put my Christmas lights on. Manic at the moment, and it's good because I know it is going to really quieten down over Christmas, and then I'll get more time to work on my own stuff. But yeah, it's just a bit full on, I guess. Tomorrow I've got sessions with a small Scottish company right up to about 2:00. Then I'm delivering a training from 3 to 4. Then I've got my kids' parents' night over the phone from 5:00 to 7:00. Then I've got an online coaching from 7:30 to 9. Like, not quite sure when I'm actually going to eat tomorrow, but it's all good. I do like being busy. I don't know if anybody else is having a kind of manic start to the week. Yeah, it's all good though. What it's doing, because it has really ramped up in December, what it's doing is it's making me think very carefully about, okay, how am I going to plan out January? So I'm going to have a planning session that you're welcome to plan along with me, probably between Christmas and New Year. I haven't worked out an exact date yet. But yeah, I'm going to think carefully about what I want, because when I look back on this year, all my joyful stuff has been this. And my day job stuff, I have enjoyed it, but I don't think I've got the balance quite right. So I'm going to try and address that next year and spend more time with you guys, because this is the bit that totally lights me up. Susan's school is crazy busy and weekends filled with Christmas prep. No time for hustling. Yeah, it's hard, isn't it, Susan, because I'm the same. I'm kind of really busy in my day job, and it's not like I don't know this is coming, but then I've got so many orders coming in to the point where I've actually just put big messages all over all of my shops to say I can't guarantee pre-Christmas delivery anymore. And I can post in time, but I am finding Royal Mail is being very unpredictable at the moment. I totally understand why. It's no kind of diss to Royal Mail. But the volume of post already, and I know from experience that if people don't have a Christmas gift that they've ordered like in plenty of time, you just get daily emails. Where is it? In fact, I had one lady who I sent her package in 2 separate parcels because it was cheaper to do that. With hindsight, that was a mistake, because one of her parcels arrived really quickly and the other one took like really long. So she kept messaging me going, and understandably going like, where's my other parcel? I'm like, I don't know. I don't send anything tracked. I don't know. And And eventually, after so it was about a week. She was really patient. She waited about a week, and she's like, "It hasn't turned up." I said, "Okay, that does seem weird then that they were posted at the same time." So I replaced the package that was lost, and then she messaged me this morning to say they've both turned up on the same day. Like, oh, bless Royal Mail, because I know that like they will be working their absolute hardest. But it did make me think, right, this is getting quite unpredictable now. And if it's like that in the first week of December, I would just say to you all, maybe try and manage customer expectations around, because like the rest of the year, Royal Mail's amazing. You can post it one day and it arrives the next day. Pretty much, I think it's like 97% of time are their stats, but it's definitely not that at the moment. Although some are arriving next day, so it's all very random. So yeah, I have booked myself in for too many day job things when I should have known my side hustle was going to be really busy, and also I want to spend a lot of time in here. So yeah. Yeah, I said really busy. And my deputy's obviously crazy busy at the moment. Roll on next Friday, end of term. Oh, Ruby, that'll feel amazing. So what date is next Friday? Is that the 18th? Is that the 18th? In Scotland, not all of Scotland, where my kids go, school finishes. What date is it? Let me just check. School finishes on the 22nd of December. 22nd? Like, seriously? 22nd of December. So yeah, glad you're not a teacher in my local authority. This Friday. Oh, right. So pupils finish this Friday, but you work the following week. Is that how it works? A week seems about average at the moment. Yeah, I think it is about average, Susan. It's the unpredictability that I'm struggling with, because I am saying to people, sorry, people for me. I am saying to people, this might not arrive next day, but actually I'm kind of ordering things myself and sort of forgetting it and then going, why I ordered that like 2 days ago, where is it? So it's just about managing expectations. 18th is the last day term at 1:30. How many hours is that, Susan? At 1:30. My kids' school finishes at 12:15 on a Friday. Not that I'm counting. 12:15. Yeah. And they are like still, so in past years, and maybe it's just the age they are as well, but in past years there tend to be a real sort of rundown for Christmas. In fact, we're trying to watch family Christmas movies. So we're like, because we've got 2 teenagers, right, let's watch Christmas movies. So we're watching like a little bit at a time. We're trying to do a bit every day, so we spend time together. And every time we put on like a proper family movie, the kids go, we've seen that like 700 times at school, because the school only has about 5 DVDs. So they've seen, so we're like, I'm going, my favorite movie's Elf. And they're like, oh, Mom, honestly, I cannot tell you the number of times we've watched Elf. So Elf, Love Actually, they've seen Love Actually a few times, and I'm thinking there's a few, when you rewatch it with the kids, there's a few dodgy scenes in that. It's a bit weird. What are the other ones that they've seen? The Grinch. Watch The Grinch a lot. So every time we come up with one, they're like, oh, we've seen it like so many times. So yeah, so the run up to Christmas used to be that, but it doesn't seem to be anymore. It definitely doesn't seem to be anymore. It's like full on exam at the moment, which is, totally understandable and probably what my kids need after having missed pretty much 3 months of school like everyone else. Yeah, so it doesn't feel, but my husband, he's a contractor and he finishes this Friday until like the 4th of January or something, whatever that Monday is. Or yeah, so he's off for 3 weeks because they do in financial services in Scotland. I think it's them all, because he's worked for a few of them. They ask their contractors to furlough. So we've been familiar with the furlough term for quite a few years now. I know it was like a new word for a lot of people this year, but yeah, so he finishes on Friday. It means he doesn't get paid for 3 weeks, but it means he gets 3 weeks off, because it's difficult when you're self-employed to take time off. So he's like he's totally on the countdown, and I'm like, oh, I'm working up to like the 20th, probably Christmas Eve. But anyway, okay, so let me talk to you. So I'm getting distracted here now. People have had a chance to join. Your 2 packages have arrived, Susie. one before the weekend and one afterwards. It's really I think my learning is don't send things in two separate packages, because then people go, well, one of them's arrived. If none of them had arrived, you could just go, none of them are arriving. I think it's just disconcerting when one of them arrives. Day job is not so busy, but side hustle's manageable. Fingers crossed, but can't take any more orders. Did you get lots of orders, Christine, for your bags, your gemstone bags? I really like the look of those. I suspect they will have been popular, and I love how you just keep coming up with new things. That's really impressive. Okay, so let me talk to you about the bamboo tree. Now, apparently this is so you might already know what I'm going to say, right? Apparently this is a really famous story. So someone told me this last night on a coaching call, and she was like, well, you know about the bamboo tree? And I'm like, no, I haven't heard about it. And she told me the story. And she's going, Julie, that's like a really famous story. So forgive me if you have heard this story before, but there's a brilliant message in it. And I really just thought it was very applicable for people in here. So the story goes, this is about the Chinese bamboo tree. So if you plant a bamboo sprout in the ground and you water it and you nurture it and you tend to it, how long do you think it takes for the bamboo shoot to appear above the ground? So you plant it, it's still alive, you're nurturing it, you're tending to it. How long do you think it takes for bamboo to sprout out of the ground? Have a guess. Tell me in the comments. You might all go exactly the right amount, and you might totally know this, but I thought this is brilliant. So imagine like you're watering it and you're fertilizing it and you're fertilizing it and you're waiting for it to sprout through the ground. How long? Have a guess. How long do you think? A month, Rachel. Good guess. Not right. Claire, 5 days. Good guess. Not right. Who else? A year. Ruby, good guess. Not right. Anyone else? Anyone else? Let's go. It's more than Rachel. It's more than Claire. And it's even more than Ruby's guess. 2 weeks, Susan. Far too little. A year, Christine. So a year would seem ridiculous, wouldn't it? A year would seem like an awful lot of time to tend a bamboo shoot. A year. So lots of a year guesses, Manuela. Okay. The answer is a bamboo. When you plant a bamboo shoot in the ground and you tend it and you fertilize it and you nurture it, it takes approximately 5 years, 5 years for anything to appear above the ground. 5 years of nurturing for anything to appear above the ground. But the exciting thing is, do you know what happens when it does appear above the ground? In 6 weeks, it grows. In 6 weeks, it grows 90 feet tall. 90 feet in 6 weeks. So for 5 years, nothing. And then 6 weeks, 90 feet. How brilliant is that? It's just incredible. It's like something that feels dormant, something that if you didn't know that piece of information, or you didn't have faith that it was all going to work out, at some point during the 5 years, I would totally have walked away from that. I would totally have been like, I've obviously killed it. Like I've watered it for, I've got a short attention span. I've watered it for a week. Nothing has happened. I shall leave it. But with the right conditions, 5 years, right? 5 years to appear above the ground, 5 years, and then 90 feet in 6 weeks. That's just absolutely incredible. And obviously there is a little bit of a metaphor here. I'm not just telling you the story because I have become suddenly very interested in gardening. It really is similar to your side hustle. So when you start your side hustle and you plant the seed and you're doing all the stuff, so you've maybe opened your shop and you've maybe got your branding and you've got some business cards, you've got some little cards, you've decided on your packaging and you've put your first product out there and you've put your social media post, and there's just So much work that goes into launching your side hustle. And then what happens? Like if you're lucky, your side hustle grows 90 feet immediately. For most people, it doesn't. For most people, it doesn't. For most people, it takes the time. Every single thing that you're doing towards nurturing your side hustle, every tiny step that you take is getting it closer to the point where it's going to burst above the ground and grow 90 feet. Like imagine how much your side hustle is just going to explode, but you just don't know exactly. So the 5-year thing obviously is not a side hustle rule, but the side hustle rule is there will be a point where everything that you do comes together. But why do you think most small businesses fail? Why do you think, even though they've done a lot of the work, a lot of the nurturing, most small businesses fail? Tell me, how deep do you plant it? I don't know. I don't know how deep you plant it. We can Google that. Yes. So tell me, why do most small businesses fail? So you've done too impatient. Yeah, exactly, Rachel. And there's this, well, I've done all of that. And I can see other side hustles that have grown 90 feet. Like, look at that. My competitors on Etsy, they've grown 90 feet. And mine, I've got nothing. Like mine hasn't gone. But remember, every single step that you're taking to nurture your side hustle is preparing for that rapid growth. And the only way that you can fail at this is to walk away from it. And how many people walk away, do you think, this is a guess, but just before the shoot breaks through the ground? How many people go, well, that's it. It's obviously not working. So that's it. I'm not, and a lot of the time this is stories in our head and all the stuff that we've talked about before. But the key thing is that the only way your side hustle isn't going to work is if you walk away before it goes the 90 feet. If you spend, and hopefully it will not take 5 years, it shouldn't take 5 years, but if you were to spend 5 years doing one thing to improve your side hustle or to market your side hustle or to improve your mindset around your side hustle every single day, your side hustle is going to flourish, absolutely flourish. But it's that you're probably so close. So for anybody, so I know some of you are super busy in the run up to Christmas, and that is amazing. I'm also really aware, like my first year when I launched, some of you are not. Like I think on the first year I launched Theta Jewelry, I watched other people, competitors, people that I was in a group with, like not direct, people doing similar things to me. I watched them all going, right, that's the end of November. I'm going to have to close my books now because I've got 400 orders that I need to get out. And I was thinking, oh, right, okay, well, I've got none. So I stayed open right up to like the 21st of December. This was pre-corona, obviously. The market is saturated. I hear people saying that all the time about the market is saturated. Well, it's not. If there's lots of people making something, it's because lots of people want something. It's not saturated and no one's doing it in the way you do it. So the message that I want you to take from tonight's Happy Hustle show is, do not walk away before your bamboo flowers, grows, shoots. Just don't walk away. The only way this isn't going to work is if you walk away. You can tweak and tweak and tweak. And I have certainly done that. So the Theta Jewelry product that I started with is very different to the one I have now. But I just put things out there. Does it work? Put out a couple of things. What things do people like? And I watched, I don't know if she's on. Are you on, Cassie? So there's a couple of people where I can't see her name because it's through StreamYard. But if for anyone that knows Cassie, she's absolutely brilliant at that. So Cassie will go, I'll make this and put it out. Do people like that? Well, I got a lukewarm response to that. Do people like that? These are flying off the shelves. So Cassie just goes, right, I'm going to make these. So it's just, everybody can do that. And so if you make something and you're not getting like a massive stream of people buying it, there could be a whole load of reasons for it, but maybe try something else. Try a slight variation of it. Try something else that you could do and see what response you get to that. You need to have your eyes on it. So you need to be promoting, marketing, telling people what you're doing, but tweaking and tweaking and just getting to the point where You flourish. You absolutely flourish. Oh, good, Michelle. Well, I'm really glad you needed to hear it. I needed to hear it last night in a completely different context because I was talking about something completely different. And my coach said to me, have you heard about the story of the bamboo? There was another person on the call as well. And both of us are like trainers. So we know a lot of metaphors. And both of us were like, no. But I came off the call going, it feels like that's a really famous story that I've missed in my 52 years of life. So I'm glad that you didn't all go, yeah, we've totally heard that. But remember it, like remember the bamboo thing. You know, if you can imagine the visual of that, the little shoot, it's getting towards the top, it's getting towards the top, it's getting towards the top, and it's about there. And imagine if that's when you walked away. Imagine if that's when you walked away. The whole point of your side hustle is you've picked the thing that brings you joy. And sometimes that'll change into something else. But as long as it's something else that brings you joy, remember the whole point here is we want to make money while feeling joyful. And we want to use the money we make to feel even more joyful. Do not walk away from that. Do not walk away from that. Oh, I'm really glad, Susan. That's really nice. Okay, last thing I wanted to say, because I've got a coaching call in 10 minutes. Last thing I wanted to say is, I am hosting a happy side hustle Christmas party. So this has been a rubbish year for everybody. No one has had a good year this year. And there are no Christmas parties, certainly in Scotland, certainly in the tier level that I'm in, there will not be Christmas parties, I would imagine, across the UK. So what I wanted to do was provide something to help us celebrate the success that we have had this year. And remember, if your side hustle was in your head in 2019 and it is now an actual business, that is to be celebrated. Like, you have to, what you celebrate in life expands. So you have to celebrate everything about what you've achieved. So we want to be looking at, instead of what haven't I done or what hasn't gone so well, we want to be looking at what has gone brilliantly this year. I want a party where we all celebrate that together. So I have got some ideas. I have got somebody coming to do the music for the party. And I know you're probably going to go, oh, that sounds a bit cringy. The reason that I've got this person coming is I went to another online party that she was at. And to be honest, I thought, oh, this sounds a bit cringy. I cannot tell you how brilliant it was. It's just so brilliant. She's so brilliant. And you will leave feeling absolutely uplifted. Get into your favorite Christmas jumper, get into your dress up to the nines if you want to, stick your beverage of choice in the fridge, and let's celebrate together. So the party is on Thursday, the 17th of December at 8 o'clock. It's only for an hour and a half. There's going to be music, there's going to be games. I've got some prizes to give away. Let's just all have some fun. So the party is free for anybody that is in the paid Happy Hustle Hive, and for anybody else that wants to join in who's not in the Hive, you're welcome to join in. It's £4.95 for a ticket. I promise you it's going to be worth it. If you are not walking away the other side with a big, massive smile on your face, I will be so surprised. So if you fancy it, if you want to end the year in a joyful way, the link to buy the tickets is inside the Happy Side Hustlers group, which some of you are watching me and some of you are watching me on the coach page, and some of you are watching me on YouTube because I stream all over the place because I am a tech genius. Okay, on that note, I'm going to leave you. Make sure that you're not walking away before your bamboo shoots through the ground. Have a wonderful week, everybody, and I will be back on Thursday with another nugget of wisdom for you.